Why is it not going this way? So it is a light.
Let's go, let's sit. All right, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
My family used to own huge land.
Okay, here it is, the Clear Bonnie up in a one-room hotel here in South Africa, right in the middle of nowhere. If you ever wanted to come and sleep here, you're really welcome. Okay, the steps, we've not put the steps yet, so we're gonna go around and just show you how it's looking, how it's, you know, this is how big the farm is right now. It's really big, and you can imagine how, you know, this place is gonna be in future. And it's not easy. You don't even know where to start. You know, all this farm here belongs to me. It goes further and further and further and further down. You know.
I come from a family that's like royal family. You know, we have a chief. My grandfather used to be a chief. So the whole district is full of chiefs that are related to each other because we come from like kind of a kingdom. You know, but my mother was born in that family, good family. But later on, because of what happened, the discriminations, she was pushed out, like an outcast. Young people get married, okay? Young people get married. And in China, it's not about lovey-dovey. I love you so much. Hey, it's not about love here, right? You know, it's not about love. It's about money. So the first thing that you do if you get married in China, if you are a Chinese woman or man, you gotta make sure that your man has an apartment. No nation has ever built cities like this, you know, not occupied, underground parking, as you can see, like China. Your man has education. Your man has money. Your man has nice car. You know, that's how China is all about. Every little child that witnesses, you know, his or her parents going through a lot, and which I did. You can imagine living in a house where you are renting and expected that at the end of the month, you know, you get a pay rent, and your mom had to pay rent, and your single parent home cannot sustain that, you know. So this is the story. In China, popular shops in China, beautiful place, very beautiful place. You can see the cameras here placed here, and a boom gate right over here. And this shows that, you know, the house market, real estate in China, 60 trillion, you know, investment that is in this building. That's why the government makes sure that, you know, people make money in the country and stimulate people to buy houses. To a certain degree, you will notice that, you know, the government actually gives stipend to people who are buying buildings and promise them that they can pay, the government can pay for your new building, new apartment, you know, for you know, for like a month or sometimes a year. So the government gives you money and go buy a building, all right? And then the rest of the years you will buy the buildings, and that creates a bubble. It creates a bubble, you know, this market, real estate markets, and it makes people wanting to buy and invest their money. And
I mean, the country China is built on a debt, and just like America is built on a debt, America is owing a lot of money, millions or trillions or billions is owing, and I don't think it will ever pay that money back. Impossible. It's not going to happen because of the whole country of America and most of the countries in Europe are all built, and this is what African countries are failing to do. Instead, we need to do something like this. So you can see these buildings here. Some of them don't have windows. Actually, no windows at all. As you can see, no windows whatsoever. No plumbing, no doors, no flooring, no furniture. Don't think this is unfinished projects. No, these buildings that have been bought. Oh, it looks like white elephant buildings, apartments. But the fact of the matter, that's not the case. I've heard a lot of people talking about ghost cities. Of course, you can say ghost cities, but these are used as banks. So people buy these buildings, right? They buy these buildings in order to invest their money. As you can see, this city has been built recently, very, very recently. Been built recently, and this is what Africa, countries in Africa, 54 countries should be all about. And Caribbean countries also, the Caribbean African countries needs to be all about, investment. So remember, real estate in China is very important, contributes to 30% of the GDP in these countries. So this is what a country should be all about. This is not bad. Okay, you can call this a ghost city in your sense, but these buildings have been bought, purchased at lower price, and the money, the real estate markets always goes up, and the value of the buildings, real estate buildings, apartments always goes up. And the reasons, let me just explain something quickly to you guys. Okay, so when you see the buildings without windows, without flooring, without doors, in China they believe that if they put doors, windows, floorings, paintings, finishing, all the buildings here, it means that you are inheriting, you are receiving bad luck from the previous owner. So if there's no window like this, you can find that the market goes up. But if you put windows, flooring, if you put furnitures, everything else, if you finish and you put everything correct, plumbing and all that, it means the house markets, the apartments markets, the real estate markets also, we can try it this way, goes down. So that is why you will notice that there are not windows. So the more the building looks like abandoned, right? The more the building looks like, okay, these apartments looks like the project has stopped or frozen. This means that the prices, the value of these apartments also goes up. So people should learn to invest in their own country, should learn to invest in their own local, and not looking for investors from outside, like some of the states in Africa, in the Caribbean countries, and some other poor countries in South America, other countries, the poor countries in Europe and all that, poor countries in Asia, always looking for the markets from the Westerners and so always look into yourselves, and this is exactly what the government is doing here, which is good, and that's what the life is all about. So you can see how beautiful these apartments are. Nobody stays here. They're calling them ghost city. Ghost cities in China. Let me just do this. So this is the story. That's the promise that I made it to myself when I witnessed, my family, my single parent mom, going through a lot, moving from place to place, and not having her own estate, not having anything, to do with that. So I have seen people making money out of this, and poor people suffers the most. So the story is related to real estate and broken promises. Even though my mom passed on a couple of years down the line, I am still thinking, screw it. I can do this again. I can keep my old promise, and I can make this promise young again, and maybe I will not break the promise.
You know, look at this beautiful place that we're at.
Real estate and broken promise. Every little child wants to save the world. Every little child wants to save people that are not able to do things for themselves. Every little child out there that witnesses hardships in in his or her family or community or in the country always dreams to save the world. So yeah, real estate in China is a big business with a big date. And this child always promises himself that he's going to save the world. He's going to save his family. He's going to save his community. That's the promise that I made it to myself. My single parent mom, going through a lot, moving from place to place and not having her own estate. Even though my mom passed on a couple of years down the line, I'm still thinking, screw it. I can do this again. I can keep my old promise and I can make this promise young again, and maybe I will not break the promise. You gotta have all these things if you want to get married in China here. The apartments actually are cheap. You can live at the hotel for $20, you know. It's about maybe $20 actually to stay here. Yeah. Here. Hello there. All right, this is a beautiful reception, you know, very beautiful reception, you know, as you can see. Very beautiful and beautiful people. It's a beautiful reception. You know, when you come here, you meet this lady here, one of my best friend, and she's quite beautiful. Okay, yeah, lightning. Yeah, we needed lightning. Okay, there you go. Okay, so she's putting a light for us. Hello, ni hao.
Ni hao. Hello.
Hello. All right. Okay, it's a beautiful hotel, as you can see. Very beautiful. Oh, look at this. Look at this chandelier. Very beautiful chandelier. Oh, the lights. Okay, cool. Very beautiful. You can live at a hotel. You know, we showed you that. But you know, the house market always goes up, and you are likely to make more money. You know, that's how it is. And if you put somebody to rent, you know, this place, it means that if you rent in this place, it does not mean that it's gonna pay your mortgage. You know, you can see here, there's nobody stays here. Nobody stays here. Look how beautiful this place is. Nobody stays here. You know, this is called natural villa. You know, nobody stays here. Look how beautiful the garden is. Cameras, everything is running. The lights are on. You know, they got their own transformer here. And believe me, no one stays in this building here. So, but if I go and rent here in one of the buildings here, it does not mean that the landlord is making money out of that. You know, you can buy these houses here, but it does not mean that you are able to pay these houses. You are able to pay because in the future, if you have to sell them again to another person, which makes it easier if you don't have windows and everything else, because the house still looks okay and you can manipulate it. If there's no door, there's no window, there's no flooring, there's no furniture in the house, and the house still looks fresh, you can sell it at a higher price. So I'll take a nice view here. Okay, cool. As you can see there, these are 24 to 25 cities that are built, big cities, not just small cities, built every year. Sometimes, maybe every 6 months
there are maybe 25 to 30 to 50 cities, that are being built. You could have this in Caribbean countries. You could have this in South American countries. You could have this in Africa. These are important cities. You should keep building cities. I have noticed that people talk about all these things, the buildings that are being dragged down. Government makes sure that all the villagers buildings that are not looking so good are being bulldozed down. And what they do next, the government actually gives gives those people housing. They'll give them housing, new apartments, good looking apartments, modernized. And this is what needs to be done in these South American countries, in some Asian countries, India, all these other Sri Lankan, Thailand. All that's what needs to be taking place. Modernize your city. Don't leave your villagers out in the cold in the buildings that have been there for hundreds and hundreds of centuries. That's what needs to be done, and that's what China is trying to modernize their own country for over 30 years or 40 years. I mean, China has been doing so much. Cannot sustain that. So this is the story.
Number one is super.
So I have experience in developing real estate, because I have worked in real estate. We had that business, and I've also developed in constructing people's houses and all that. Getting into construction company, it's not an easy thing. You get clients that want you to do some work, on their houses or new house, a roof, tiling. Sometimes they look. Just hold on. Let me just answer this call. Oh no. Oh, are you guys not done yet? But you said it's gonna be done by the time we get back. You keep giving us hopes. Are you putting sheets now?
Yeah, now we just want to put the parallel.
Yeah, put sheets, guys. Let's get it done, huh? Because now I keep lying to people, to the client, that it's gonna be done, huh? I got your shoes. Are you happy? It's going up. You'll finish. I see. Yeah, it's done.
No, bro.
You finish, huh? You try by all means. Yeah, but you finish. It's almost done. It's almost done. You'll be finishing. I got your cigarette, man. I got your cigarettes.
I am my lord.
I'm your lord. We ask about jointer,
Yeah, more, man. See, still not more.
Oh, okay. More, okay. So you'll be putting a roof now, huh? Okay. Is the guy on the roof there? Star boy. How you doing, bro? Busy with a new project here.
Yeah.
We're going far. From accommodation to that. Put a roof, put a roof, the client is waiting.
Yeah, well.
Construction is about, doing things fast. Right? Let's get these things done.
Yeah.
This is a business case. We don't want this business case to also to fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, my brother. Interrupting,
Huh? All right. Okay, guys. That's just about the sun. It's about to set. It's setting right now. It's setting. We're about to get this thing done. Perhaps they're saying they're gonna put the roof today. The wall is gonna go up. Hopefully, everything is gonna be done today or this evening or this night. All right, guys. I'll keep you posted. I've had accommodation business. All these requires that you look for capital from the bank. You have to borrow the money from the bank. You can see here, you need to be organized. The business account separate from the personal account. It helps you to be organized and to be compliant to the law and the credibility, as well as not make a business not like as a hobby, and make sure that your account is clean from the personal account. And when with business account, you become a professional in your business, and you get a business credit score as well. You know that it's business account is separate to legal entity. It's separate legal entity from the personal account. And because you're able to see with the business account, you're able to see profits, losses, expenditure, income, liability, and it should not be tied to your personal account. And you can also pay salaries, personal credit score, of course, and you can manage your taxes, you can manage your records, you can manage your losses, your expenses, your profits, your bills and incomes, and you get a free services, discount services like transfer, investment, and pocket and business payroll as well. So we're going to sign right now. You keep filming. We're going to sign now the business account card. Come over here. We're making a video. Don't laugh, bro. You're on the payroll too. I also on the payroll. Be careful. Be careful. Just keep watching. A documentary. Yeah. 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 Signature. Two signatures. Names up. Client name. That's focus. Time and signature. Time or signature. You came all the way from Java.
Yeah. So how did you get into this?
He doesn't work a pool there. No, you don't have his number.
No, I'm trying to get hold of him.
You know his number.
He's not answering the phone.
Let me call him from landline. Let me call him from landline and tell him that we're working to you. Alright. Guys, I just got the business account right now. And here's the business account I'm opening. Should I stand here so you see? Okay, I just got the business account. Come closer here, bro. This is a business account I just got. You know, it's good that you have a business account so you can manage your accounts properly, you know, separate from your personal account. So this is a business account that I'm going to be using. If you're owning a business, this is motivational to you. Very important, open a business account, right? I just signed it, I just got it. This is how you start a business, motivational. You get it for free. All the banks that you have here, including Chinese, you know, bank card here, and other banks from other countries, you know. So basically, you know, I lived my whole life, you know, all my whole life in the hotels.
Oh, there's Wi-Fi.
Is it? Can I watch Netflix here?
Yes. Ah, so you bought me a ticket. Wow.
Airline. Backpackers, guest houses, to name a few, right? Okay, so I'm in Botswana right now. As you can see, the house is round. Well, that's the roof I showed you, and this is the skirting of the house. You know, it's round like that, and this is where I slept. I'm about to go. That's a mosquito net over there. But I've been stung by a mosquito. You don't need to sleep round, you know, because your body doesn't need to be round because it's a bed here. If it was small, this is the bathroom. That is I love the bathroom. You know, so it's like a room inside the rendezvous. Well, that's the bathroom. If you see it from this angle where I'm standing right now, and this is inside. Okay, nice big bathroom that you have here. Yeah, and well, the other rendezvous is outside. I'm gonna show you. That's the wardrobe over there. I didn't manage to put my things in there because I don't have much of things. And that's the bed, as I told you. And it's right in the middle of the bush, Khoisan place. Where they speak clack, that's their language. It's like Khoisa. Yeah, Konda. Now Kalela. Now Kalela. Kangling. You know, so I'll show you guys. This is outside. That's the outside. Beautiful place, I must say. And there you are. You have the rendezvous around here. It's a hotel. There's a swimming pool over there. The swimming pool right in the bush. And as you can see in the background, as I can show you right now, it's beautiful. I love sleeping here. And wow, it's a beautiful place, I'm telling you. It's right in the middle of the jungle. And there you go. Beautiful bush, shrubs. Well, beautiful place. I slept here.
When you want to, uplift your family from poverty, you want to uplift your community, you want to become this big person, you have this passion in something, you're making promises to yourself that you're gonna become this thing. What do I do next? But so when I came to China, I have realized that actually, many people, young people, way younger than me, they own apartments. Although their apartments are quite empty, but they've invested their money because the prices of those apartments they have bought or purchased are going to make more money in future. Because we come from like kind of a kingdom, but my mother was born in that family, good family, but later on, because of what happened, the discriminations, she was pushed out, like an outcast. So, taking the story back, like I mentioned already, that my mother and I lived in the rental places up until she passed on. I had a dream, I made a promise that, because I've seen that, I've experienced that I'm going to become a developer. I'm going to become a builder. I'm going to become a construction guy, once construction company, which I owned. I promised myself that I'm going to build a house one day. I'm going to have, different properties, I'm going to invest in the properties. All that failed. All that promise broken. And your single parent home cannot sustain that, so this is the story.
Goes further and further and further and further down.